To see the entire 60-minute video, go to Yahoo Video and search Robert Morey on their homepage. These links will also get you there. www.putfile.com/lieutenantcolumbo/media or staugustinian.blogspot.com and look for important Dr. Robert A. Morey links.
I'm still waiting for someone on Phil Donahue when he loves to get a Christian and try to make them squirm. A few times some Christians sneak onto the program. He'll say, "You mean to tell me you think your religion is true?" And I'm waiting for someone to say, "Yes, just as much as you think your religion is true." Some of you may have watched Hard Copy this week. Did any of you see that? Remember when Johnny Carson, where this woman, I think it was Cher, they said, "Well, what are you doing now that you've dumped your husband?" She said, "Oh, I'm living in sin." And she laughed and guffawed because she had picked up this young guy about 10, 15 years younger than her, and they were shacked up, so she laughed and guffawed, and for several minutes everyone was laughing riotously because she made a big deal of the fact that she was living in sin. Oh, I know how they yuck it up and laugh on those talk shows. "Oh, when did you lose your virginity?" "Oh, I was 14 years old with the preacher's daughter out in the cornfields." And that was David Soul of Hutchkey, whatever those people were, that little type of TV program, whatever it was. Took the preacher's daughter out in the cornfield when he was around 13 years old. And they laugh about losing your virginity. Look, you don't be ashamed of that. You be proud.
I do it. It's relaxation. So I'm sitting watching television, reading the Talmuds, reading the Encyclopedia of Bible knowledge or whatever it is, because it's relaxing.
Tony Evans on one show said Shadrach, Meshach, and one bad Negro. No, we're not going to make that mistake. On a Phil Donahue show this last week, he had a number of people on, and one session dealt with the issue of pain and suffering. And Donahue, as was typical of his ungodly manner.
Last night on Barney Miller, there was a guy who was sitting in jail. I forget what he had been arrested for. There is a fad right now in Hollywood called life extension. There's a couple who go around. We've seen them on various talk shows. They have a huge book they sell. Now they're marketing a line of vitamins. You get on these talk shows, and was it Pat Boone's daughter was on one of them, and they said, "Is it true you're a virgin?"
You turn on Phil Donahue. You turn on the talk show and let a Christian say something. The hatred. Matter of fact, that one show where they had all these transsexuals and transvestites sitting up there, and they had...
Morey's references to television talk shows are innumerable on his Research and Education Foundation audio cassettes. And apparently Phil Donahue, as he describes as an ungodly person, is one of his favorite people to spend time watching. The next clip you'll hear is Truth Seeker Bob giving advice to parents.
Do you sit and talk with your children about the ways of the Lord, or are you just all glued to the boop tube?
Robert Morey, who has claimed in his ministry mailings that he held a degree from Faith Theological Seminary, Gujranwala, Pakistan, has had this supposed degree revoked by the same institute. The certificate of cancellation is seen here, and the school can be contacted for more information. Morey claims in newsletters that he has mailed out by the thousands nationwide during different years that the Wessel brothers of Texas had embezzled and stolen large sums of money from his ministry, and therefore he needs supporters to send him as much money as they can to make up for this. Morey has consistently made these claims about the Wessels brothers, who he, in more recent years, refers to as the Russell brothers of Texas. These claims have been made by national mailings, word of mouth, facts in his church, at national conferences, and even on his national radio show over many years. Documentation and witness testimonies indicate Morey has claimed the Wessels have stolen anywhere from $30,000 to as much as $150,000. Instead of turning the Wessels over to law enforcement officials for criminal prosecution, Morey has chosen to seek those who will believe his Wessels-Russell Brothers of Texas story in order to secure sympathy and financial support. If Morey's claims about the Wessels and or Russell brothers are untrue, then Morey is telling false stories in order to obtain money from the public. If you or someone you know has heard this story, or more importantly, if you have actually given money to Robert Morey as a result of this story, please contact us right away. Please contact Larry Wessels, Post Office Box 144441, Austin, Texas 78714, or call 512-218-8022 and leave a message. And now for a final word from Truth Seeker Robert Morey.
David, welcome to Truth Seekers.
Hello, Dr. Morey. How are you?
I'm doing fine, having more fun than is legal.